Good afternoon, Easton. I'm Carrie Rapolo, and this is the Shoveltown Scoop, Easton's news program brought to you by ECAT. So we have a new format to our news program. As you can see, we've got the town hall information with all their meetings listed right there on the bottom of your screen. And we have the Oliver Ames sports schedule up top. And then we have a scrolling newscast here from the Easton Journal. So we basically wanted to freshen up our look, and so we're going to try this out, new format. And so we have some school information for you. School's back in session for all grades, including kindergarten. If you want to freshen up on the school handbook and policies or check out the calendar and bus stop information, you can go to the town's website of easton.k12.ma.us. And as a reminder, on September 10th, we have the school committee meeting coming up. That's always held at the high school unless otherwise noted.
Southeastern?
Oh yeah, so we have, so coming up at Southeastern Regional, they're currently enrolling for 3 programs in the Culinary Arts, Cosmetology, and the HVAC program. They're going to have an open house on September 16th from 10 to 6. That's located at their 250 Foundry Street location. And if you want more information, their websites are listed below. And then, of course, Olmsted Richardson has a new principal. Deborah Hammett comes from Martha's Vineyard. She's been in the field for 27 years, and she has been replacing Gary Mazzola. So hopefully it's a nice little transition there for Olmsted Richardson. I know many of the parents and children are excited for her to come on board, so that's great. And then, of course, we've got some information with the DJ Dream Fund coming up. Save the date. Their 5th annual Signature Gala is going to be held on October 24th at the Renaissance Boston Waterfront Hotel. You can purchase tickets on the 9th of September by going to djdreamfund.org. And for those of you who don't really know what the DJ Dream Fund is, it is a wonderful fundraiser that ensures that children and young adults receive financial support they need to improve their general wellness and or participate in their sport of choice. So it's a wonderful thing there from the DJ Dream Fund organization. And then, of course, we've got the School on Wheels Gala coming up on September 18th. They're going to be holding that at Lombardo's in Randolph. This is their 2nd annual gala. Latoya Edwards from NECN will be their host, and you can go to www.soma.org for more information. I went last year. It's a great time. They have a band, a lot of auction items. It's a lot of fun, and you get to meet some of the children that benefit from the program. So I highly recommend getting tickets to that and the DJ Dream Fund. All right, and then next up, we're going to talk about what's coming up at the town hall. As you can see, the meetings are scrolling down below. So yesterday, the Agricultural Commission met along with the Board of Health. Once we get some of those videos back, you can watch them on our website at eastoncat.org. And then we have the Historical Commission coming up today. They're going to be talking about external renovations for Main Street, the buildings on Main Street, number 114, 134, and 140. And then we have the Finance Committee meeting coming up tonight as well. They're going to be discussing the Stonehill College funds, how they're going to be helping pay for the study for downtown Easton parking. And they're also going to discuss and schedule the meeting dates for the special town meeting. Coming up on the 10th is the Community Preservation Committee, the Economic Development Council, and the School Committee meeting again. And then next week is on deck is the Conservation Commission. That's on the 14th, and on the 15th, the Recreation Commission. So if you want to check out the agendas, you can go to the website, easton.ma.us, and you can click on the date, the meeting, and then their agenda is listed below for more information. All right, so then we're going to talk about the police. They have a new campaign in town, See Something, Say Something. You can email the detectives. Their email is listed there, along with their phone number, 508-230-3322. You can also go to Easton's website, check out basically what this campaign is all about. It came as a result of the Chief of Police, Gary Sullivan, meeting with Kristen and Christopher Harrison from the Wings of Hope, which is that anti-drug coalition. We had Kristen in here a couple months ago talking about that. So she's partnered up with the police department to basically allow people to see something and say something, and you can do it anonymously as well. So it's a nice initiative from them and the town. And then, of course, we have the food pantry coming up here. So Ken Woods, who is in charge of the food pantry, is in need of some donations, some non-perishable foods. The food pantry in Easton provides 60 to 90 families for food on a weekly basis. So that's a lot of people to feed. So they've got an event coming up here at Roach Brothers Supermarket this weekend, which is going to run from Friday, September 11th to the 13th. And that runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be a truck in the parking lot. So please go ahead and bring your non-perishable items over there. And then they have a couple more events coming up at Borderland on the 19th and the 20th, and then again at the 26th at the Holy Trinity Church. So if you're not around this weekend, you can certainly help out and pitch in at the upcoming, couple of Borderland and the Lutheran Church there to donate some food for the food pantry. All right, and then we have Todd Sandstrom, who is an Easton resident. We have a little video clip from him that you'll see in a minute, but he basically, just to give a background on Todd too, he started the Mile of Orange last year from September 2014. I know that we had a pumpkin, I think, along the mile as well, ECAT did, and it's a wonderful thing that they're going to be doing again this year. But what he did on September 5th was he got into a 817-pound pumpkin and rode it down the Taunton River, and basically what he wanted to do is educate and promote a greater understanding and appreciation of agriculture and get people involved, and it was something fun for him to do. He and his friend Josh Peach, their childhood friends, came up with this idea to ride a pumpkin down the river. So we have the video clip coming up next for that, and then the next event, like I said, is September 27th. They're going to have a way off to help build the next Mile of Orange, and that's going to be held on the 27th from 12 to 3 at 435 Depot Street in South Easton. So coming up here, we have our video clip.
Well, it starts back in spring. We started thinking about different ways to promote for South Shore Great Pumpkin Challenge.
Okay.
And it kind of was like, all right, well, one all of a sudden I was like, hey, let's contact Guinness and apply and see if we can apply for the longest distance traveled in a pumpkin boat. Well, South Shore Great Pumpkin Challenge is located South Shore of Boston.
Right.
And if you look at geographically, the Taunton River cuts right through, the South Shore. At 3.5, my body was spent. It was hurting really bad. Like my hands were prunes, my upper arms, everything was just cramping up the last probably quarter mile, and I was a wreck. Like, I was literally a wreck. Yeah, I had sprained my ankle the week before, and the first question, or actually the last question before I left the ER, was, I'm doing an event in a week, can I do it? And the ER doctor looked at me and said, if you were gonna run a race or ride a bike, I'd tell you no. He goes, if you can get in the pumpkin, do it. And he goes, and I'll look to see you on TV. It was about getting kids in the dirt.
Yeah.
And when we got down to the where, that was the big thing, is, I talked to reporters and everyone else, and it's like, it's not about the record. It's about the mission and getting people to see, what does it take to grow something? What does it take? If you put your mind to something, you can do it. And the Department of Ag gave me a certificate. I got recognized by the Department of Agriculture for the river run and attempting to set the world record for the longest journey in a pumpkin boat. And I got recognized as well for the work of South Shore Great Pumpkin Challenge. And that's really what it's about. The river run was a fun PR outreach type thing. I physically took a beating, but if I get one kid or one more school to grow a pumpkin or get kids in the dirt, it was worth it.
All right, and then finally here we have what's going on at ECAT. We have Stars Under the Stars. It's on the 19th at 5 o'clock. Come join us over at 50 Oliver Street at the ECAT studio for some refreshments, and then you can head on over to the Governor Ames Estate at 6:30 p.m. for the movie. Jason, do you want to talk a little bit more about this?
Sure. We've got some films
musical performances, video, art, animation, poetry. So it's a whole arts celebration out there behind the Governor Ames estate. And we're doing this in conjunction with the trustees. We've got a host, Rich Berg, who does great poetry, a great poet, and does a lot of activity in the community as well. So we've got a live musical performance from OA student Benjamin Mayu, who's premiering a song that he's working on. So there's a lot of cool stuff, unique stuff that you might not see or get to experience anywhere else. So we hope you come out and join us. It should be a fun event.
Awesome. And the event at Oliver Street is free, but I believe there's a small fee for viewing the movie.
Right. There's a small fee for the trustees.
A donation, if you will.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Believe me, it's not like you want a showcase.
Right. Exactly. All right. Great. And then I wanted to kind of wrap up with sports here from OA. You know, there's a wonderful website called hockomocksports.com, and they wrap up basically all the leagues in the area, the high schools. And they did a preseason rankings forecast, and the Oliver Ames girls field hockey team looks like they're going to be, basically in another playoff run is forecasted for them. They have a returning player. She's senior Hannah Friend. She'll be back along with goalie Cassie Gavin, so that they're slated to basically get another playoff run in this year. The OA girls soccer team, again, capable of getting back into the South Finals like they did 3 years ago. They have a strong team. And of course, the boys soccer team, there's plenty of returning talent. We've got Chris Romero and Keegan Nutt, two really talented players on the boys soccer team. So we should be seeing a lot out of OA this year. And I believe the high school football team is also going to be improving. They've got a lot of up-and-coming talent. So it's something to watch. If you want to check out hockomocksports.com, they list out all of the preseason rankings, and some of the students, they do a really good job of informing the public.
Yeah, they really have their finger on the pulse of the Hockomock League.
They do.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's our new format. We're going to try to keep running with this weekly, maybe bi-weekly, and I can also wrap up at the end of the week some of our meetings that were scheduled at Town Hall with some video clips. So hope you enjoy our new format, and we'll talk to you soon. Good night.
All right, thanks.